Aloha all, and welcome back to Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. I'm Paper Mario Guy, and in this episode we are going to collect more gold balloons by going on to the next area that we need to go to. And that particular area is called... we will find out in a second because I actually forgot. Believe it or not, I am not perfect. I don't know everything about this game. But yeah, I forgot what it's called. But I know where it's located, and I know, kind of what we have to do. So, it's been a while since I, last recorded, and I apologize for taking so damn long to get an episode up. It just, I tried to be prepared for wrestling season, and I did, but, just one thing led to another, and I was just, I fell behind, when I probably shouldn't. But anyway, I forgot what this place is called again, because he just said it, but I forget. But I guess it doesn't really matter what it's called. But anyway, this is a village type area, and it's quite cool. I like it, and I like the I like pretty much everything about this area. It's not my favorite. I think I still like Sherbet Island a bit better, but I like this a lot because just the tracks are just kind of cool. And you get to you use the planes a lot. But the music's really good too. Is it better perhaps than Sherbet Island or maybe Frosty Village? Frosty Village, Snowflake Mountain. Frosty Village is just a level. No, I don't think I would say that I would put this over. There are a few tracks, but, it's... yeah, I don't know. But I'm not going to talk about music too much, even though I say that, like, every single solitary episode, and yet I continue to. But, I'll try my hardest. But this is, I like these levels in particular, because this is really the first time that I was able to, kind of experiment playing levels, as more than just the, whatever the default is. Because, with some of the other ones, I didn't really mess around too much, but, this was, I think, back when I used to play this, when I was, 8 or 9, I'm talking about myself, too. I think this was one of the first levels that I kind of just said, it's screw it, let's go back into this level and play it as a car and see how it feels. And I liked it. I still liked it, so I don't know, just a little tidbit. I'm trying to collect some of the bananas, but I'm not doing a very good job at it. Collect the third red balloon. Now we have 10, and I'm going to go over this way so I don't collect that thing. Ruin all the hard work that we already, put in getting those 10 shots. But yeah. So like I said, I apologize. For not having videos up. I've really been meaning to, but it's one of those things where it's like it's choosing your priorities and trying to pick what's right, and it's just like when I get home so late, it's just like I could record, but it's just like that's a big setup and everything, and it's a hassle, and I need to make sure that I'm feeling in a good mood, and I'm not just gonna sound like a drone on the mic. But it's not only that, because normally I'm pretty good about that, but it's also, I LP, but I also watch a lot of LPs. I know I definitely mentioned that in a previous video. And it's just like, with this new time limit, it's kind of screwing me over a little bit, because people, they're not that they're not supposed to, and not that they're going to stop doing times for me, but it's just like they've been, taking advantage of this time limit thing and increase, and because of it, I've been having to keep up with 20-minute episodes. Occasionally I'll get the 30-minute episode that I have to watch, and that that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough trying to balance so I don't fall behind, and also record. Because, what happens with me, and I'm sure it happens with other people too, it's like when you get too far behind on an LP, like if you get 20 parts behind on an LP, because you just keep on pushing it off, it's just like sometimes that LP just gets neglected altogether, and it's just like you either just skip out on it, or you have to, oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. No. I took the wrong so stupid, because I'm, whatever. But like what I was saying is, it's like sometimes it gets pushed off, and it's just like, I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? Yep, I am. Wow, I may have to do this a second time. I'm just gonna restart now before I get too far in, and then I just have to turn around. But it's a difficult thing to keep up with. And just as an example, and he's always done it like this, and I should have been prepared for it, but it's just like Slim Kirby. Hopefully you guys know him by now. He does Mario Party videos, and he records all of them. He posts all of them on one day. And especially with the new time limit, he's able to make some of these episodes a bit longer so that he can, push it along a bit faster, I guess. Oh, come on, you weren't supposed to cut in front of me as I use that. But it's just like, that's 5 episodes of, say a minimum of 15 minutes. So it's just like, that's well over, an hour that I have to, now watch, and it's just like, I don't necessarily have too much time. And the reason why I don't have so much time is like, because normally Saturdays you would think is a catch-up day. Well, for me, it's more like Sundays is my catch-up day, because I normally don't have anything, wrestling related. But, sometimes on Saturdays and, sometimes on Sundays, like this past Saturday was the first wrestling tournament of the season, and tournaments are all-day things. I woke up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday, mind you, when I normally wake up at like 12, because I'm lazy. But I woke up at 6, and I wound up not getting home until around 7:30. And that was, that's just to, kind of put things in perspective. I was gone for over half the day. So, but enough about that. More about these levels. This level is quite interesting, and I know I'm trying to cram it all in, but you'll see it again. This level is interesting because there's a lot of different paths that you can go. If you saw that there's a well, and if you turn into that well, that actually brings you to a shortcut. And then there's just a bunch of different turns that you can make, and I know I like this area because it has a lot of that. And it's just fun, good fun. But yeah, I'll talk more about that level in particular, although there really isn't that much to talk about. But I'll talk more about it later. When I'm doing either the silver coin missions or the trophy race, whichever one. And if you're wondering what I'm gonna do with the trophy race for Sherbet Island, I'm gonna do that, but I figured what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that at a later date. I'm gonna do the trophy race for that, and also the trophy race for this area later, and I'm just gonna put them both into one video. So I figured that that would be better, because I kind of want to just move on to a new area, because you've seen Sherbet Island, and if I was gonna be recording today, I did not want to be playing something that I've been that I've played a million times already. But anyway, here's Boulder Canyon, and it's an interesting level, to say the least. It's probably like the biggest level that we've played so far, and it's really intricate. It has a bunch of bridges and bells, shortcuts, all sorts of stuff. I think the key is actually in this level as well, but don't quote me on that. I'll have to go back and check. Yeah. There's just, there's a lot going into it, and the only reason why it's not, like, one of my favorites is just because of the hovercraft thing, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of the hovercraft, but it is nice. I like the atmosphere. It's, it's nice. Very serene, I guess you could say. I don't use that word that often. I try, try not to. there are certain words that I try not to use just because I'm not, either I'm not too, like, sure exactly what they mean, but I kind of do, or, like, I've heard it used before. And then, of course, there are some words that I try to use on purpose. And there's a few examples that I could probably give, but not going to, because don't feel like it, But, now it is done. So Boulder Canyon has come and gone. We are finished. A quick note of how I'm going to run the rest of the game. I think I'm going to try to keep it down to 15-minute episodes from now on. Just because it takes such a radically long time, like when I have a 19-minute video, that's like 32,000 frames, and because I produce it into this like pseudo HD kind of thing that I do, it takes forever. It really does, and that's one of the reasons. Also, I'd say that kind of contributes to why I didn't have an episode up for a little while, because like the gap between episode 8 and 9 should have never happened. All I really had to do was save episode 9 because I had it pre-recorded, but it was just like, it's such a long time, and it's like when I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just like I kind of don't want to be sitting for 3 hours babysitting my program, making sure that nothing happens to it, and that's kind of what I have to do. And I know I was talking, about music earlier, and I said that I was done. Just a quick note, this is probably my favorite track from this area, so I figured I would point that out, because that's kind of important, I guess. Not really, considering it's just an opinion, but, what is an LP without personal opinions? I get that all the time. I don't know if you guys, some of you newer folks, know that I have, I've done an LP of a Dragon Ball Z game called Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, and I thought I did, a pretty good job with it. But I get comments all the time from people just saying, why did you talk throughout the entire video? And I always laugh at them because, they obviously don't know what an LP is. But it's just like, it kind of pisses me off just because it's just like, what were you expecting? Like, me personally, I just don't understand why someone would go looking for a video game walkthrough of a fighting game if, without commentary. Like, I just could never sit, picture myself. Alright, I'll let this guy talk. Hold on.
Excellent. Now I challenge you to a race.
This guy sounds retarded. He's talking all slow, and at first I thought he was Russian, but no. I don't even know what he is. He's just retarded. He's slow in the brain. And he cheats, just like the other guys. These people that we're facing, they are not very friendly or, fair, for that matter. But this guy drops fire. He spits fire. He's agile. I doubt anybody's gonna get that. But I'll explain that later. But anywho, what I was saying is I could just not picture myself for any racing game, or for any fighting game, let alone Dragon Ball Z, for there just to be no talking. Me personally, I'm using a different game as my example, but it's I could never sit down and just watch Soul Calibur 2 be played without, someone saying something, or something, happening, because, what do you get out of that? Are you gonna, try to copy exactly, what they did to beat a fight? I don't think so. I really don't. And if you do, I guess that works, but the thing is, it's just, I tend not to use, I don't like using, LPs as, walkthroughs all that much. Sometimes I do if I'm really stuck, but especially, I remember, I really want to, I haven't, and I should really get on it, but, Mega Freak 400 did an LP of Tokitori, which is a puzzle game, and I remember being really interested in it, but he said something, it's just why just, go find out how to do that puzzle You know, I mean, that's a puzzle game, so it's kind of different, you know. But it's just like, why would you watch it? Because that's spoiling, like, the fun of trying to figure it out for yourself, or, you know, accomplishing it yourself. If you just copy exactly what someone does in a fighting game, you know, that kind of takes the fun out of the fighting game to me.
Excellent. Now try my new challenge. Collect all the silver coins from my world. Find 8 from each level and win. Then come back and see me.
I'd like if you talked a little faster, Mr. Dragon, but yes, I understand. But, you know, that's basically what I'm saying. It's just like, I could not picture, you know, mimicking a fighting game, because just like, you know, with a puzzle game, it kind of takes away, because you're supposed to be, you know, trying to use all these combinations and all the different things that they provide you, so that you can, you know, kind of experience it in your own way. I think that's what makes fighting games, you know, as fun and as appealing as they actually are. Because, I mean, like, you go about it in your own way. But, you know, I'm going to end the episode here, and I've just been driving around. But I'm going to end the episode here so it doesn't get too, you know, long. And in the next episode, we will tackle more of this area. Until next time, I'm Paper Mario Guy of the KoopaNinjaBros. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.